Hi, can I get it at number 1?
Hello.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
826. I said, oh, he sounds like he's on a go-kart or something.
What's up, guys? Today on Rebels Off-Road, we are going to be talking about street legaling your side-by-side in West Virginia. Whether you're visiting from out of state or you are a resident of West Virginia, we'll be going through all these topics about what's required and what you need to do to get it street legal. There's a ton of misinformation about this, and so I want to go through the actual laws in West Virginia. Keep in mind, I'm not a lawyer and this is not legal advice. However, this is the method that I went through to get my side-by-side street legal. Now, these videos take a lot of effort to make, so if you could do me a huge favor and go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more great content like this, it would be greatly appreciated. Go ahead and do that now, and we will get started right now about how to get your side-by-side street legal in West Virginia. So I think there's basically 3 situations that you might find yourself in. You are a resident of West Virginia and you want to be able to drive your side-by-side or ATV all throughout the state. That was going to fall under the special purpose vehicles. And so we're going to go over that first. And then the second situation that might apply to you is if you are an out-of-state resident. So there's some special situations, some special paperwork that you would want to fill out to have your side-by-side street legal throughout West Virginia while you're visiting. And then the third situation is if you're just visiting the Hatfield-McCoy trail system, there's some special situations around that we'll be discussing as well. So before we get too far into this video, I want to just say this is only applicable to West Virginia street driving. This will not apply to other states. Even if, other states have street legal ability, this method only applies to street driving in West Virginia. So this is not universal. This has no reciprocity between other states. This is only driving in West Virginia on the road.
So we're going to head over to the West Virginia DMV and we're going to go down to the special purpose vehicles section. So this outlines what a special purpose vehicle is, and it includes ATVs, UTVs, mini trucks, pneumatic tires, military vehicles, full-size special purpose built vehicles, including homemade vehicles, and basically any vehicle can be given a registration.
So what this means is that your UTV, your side-by-side, your ATV, your four-wheeler, etc. can be considered a special purpose vehicle if it meets certain requirements, which is what I'm going to be going over.
This is what is needed to get your special purpose vehicle qualified. So you need headlamps, you need tail lamps, you need brake lamps.
So those usually come standard with your UTV, your side-by-side, and your ATVs typically. So you should be pretty good there.
You also need a tail lamp or other lamp to eliminate your license plate.
I posted a video recently with a license plate holder. It has that white light that illuminates the license, and that's what you need to satisfy this requirement. So I suggest you go ahead and check it out. I'll link it down in the description.
You also need 1 or more red reflectors in the rear. So sometimes your tail lamps have reflectors built in, sometimes they do not. If they do not, you can always just get a little red reflective sticker and slap that bad boy on there, and that will get this requirement satisfied.
So I'll post down in the description what I used for that reflected tape.
You also need turn signals. You need amber turn signals, 1 on each side of the front, and then amber or red electric turn signals on the rear. You need a horn or other warning device.
All right, maybe not that one though. I also made a video on what I use for my turn signals as well as my horn. It's a super nice product, and I also have an exclusive discount code provided for you, so you're gonna wanna check it out.
You also need a braking system other than the parking brake.
We got no brakes!
Most side-by-sides come with a parking brake and a hydraulic braking system, so that satisfies this requirement as well. So you also need a muffler and emissions control system. Pretty standard for all your modern ATVs and side-by-sides. Keep your emissions in place if you want to be street legal. So then you have rear view mirrors on the right and left side of the driver.
I've tried a couple different mirrors. I'm going to link both of my videos down in the description, but basically any mirror will work as long as you have a right one and a left one.
You also need a windshield unless the operator wears eye protection while operating the vehicle. So this is interesting.
So there's two things I want to talk about here. And the first is, notice it does not say DOT approved safety glass. I know a lot of you have gone out and gotten the DOT safety glass, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, here in West Virginia, that is not a requirement. So you can use your polycarbonate, you can use, your non-DOT approved windshield. The other thing is, you don't need a windshield if you have eye protection. Notice how it doesn't say any type of rating on this eye protection either.
The hell?
However, I would recommend that it is impact rated eye protection. So if you have a motorcycle helmet that has your shield on it, that's impact rated. Also, typically your motocross goggles are impact rated, and also your safety glasses, like, working around the shop and stuff like that. Those safety glasses are usually impact rated. So I would recommend you use those. However, it does not specify that in this West Virginia law.
You also need a speedometer that is illuminated for nighttime operation. That's standard equipment for most ATVs and side-by-sides once again. And then this one here basically is saying that if it's designed to carry one or more passengers, it needs a seat for said passengers. That's pretty straightforward. You have to have tires that have at least 2/32 inches or greater tire tread.
And that's basically it for the equipment you'll need to register your vehicle as a special purpose vehicle.
So then once you have all that equipment, you have to have insurance. You have to fill out this form, which I'll go over in a minute. And then you also have to be able to provide documents for your taxes, title, and liens. You have to have your plate and registration fees.
Me personally, I have Progressive insurance. I shopped around a bit, and that was the best for me for full coverage, and they kind of had the best policy for me as well as the best rates. So go ahead and shop around for your insurance, but you will need insurance to get your side-by-side street legal.
This is your certification form I'm going to go over now, and it's pretty simple. Just basically fill out your own information here, address, phone number, email, stuff like that, your vehicle information, your make, model, and your VIN number, as well as any current plates that you have on it. And then it's basically an affidavit that states that you have all the proper equipment.
So then all that's left is to sign your life away, turn that paperwork into the DMV, pay that $16 fee, which will be applicable for most ATVs and side-by-sides. It is more expensive if you have, like, say, a hybrid vehicle or a natural gas vehicle or an electric vehicle that you're trying to register as a special purpose vehicle. However, most side-by-sides and ATVs are gas, and that is just a $16 fee. After that trip to the DMV, all that's left is to go ahead and get that state inspection and put that sticker with the certification of the passing state inspection onto your side-by-side or your special purpose vehicle, and that's about it. So now you got your special purpose vehicle registered, licensed, tagged, inspected, and everything. But now we're going to talk about what the limitations are to using your special purpose vehicle on the roads in West Virginia.
Basically, you can't drive it on the interstate or any control access highways. You cannot drive on roads where prohibited by the county, municipality, or the Division of Natural Resources. You cannot drive your special purpose vehicle on a highway displaying centerline pavement markings for a distance greater than 20 miles.
So this is how I interpret this rule. You can drive a maximum of 20 miles on a center line marked road, but you can also drive a combination of more miles than that if you take unmarked roads as well. So say you're driving down a center line marked road and you're getting near that 20 miles mark, you could hop on a side road that didn't have a marked, line and continue driving past that 20-mile mark. And then after that, you could hop back on that center line marked road. The stretch of on that center line marked road at a time can be no longer than 20 miles. That is how I'm interpreting this rule. So it doesn't really limit you much.
Obviously, you're not going to be driving your vehicle where there's no motor vehicle use either.
And lastly, if you're going to ride your special purpose vehicle on the road, you need to follow all the road rules as well as licensing requirements. That should be a no-brainer as well, though. All right, so that covers the special purpose vehicles if you are West Virginia residents. Now we're going to talk about if you live out of West Virginia and you want to register your vehicle as a special purpose vehicle in West Virginia. Let's say you're going on a trip and you want to be able to ride your ATV or UTV on the road while you're in West Virginia. You need to apply for a specific temporary registration so that you can do that. And so basically what you're going to do is you're going to come down to the West Virginia DMV website and you're going to go on the special purpose vehicle section and you're going to scroll down until you find the link to the application for out-of-state special purpose vehicles. And once you click on that, you will see the out-of-state special purpose vehicle temporary registration form. You're going to fill out your information, name, street address, city, state, zip, phone, email, all that good stuff. And then you're going to enter your vehicle information, your VIN, your make, model, and year. And then you're going to select your start registration date and your end registration date. Now, this is very important because you have 14 days of temporary registration. And the only way that you can change that date is by resubmitting that application. And so you want to make sure that you are filling out this form within a year of your visit. And you also want to select the range of dates that you want to be able to drive your special purpose vehicle on the road. Next, you're going to do similarly to how you would if you were a West Virginia resident, and you're going to basically check off affidavit for the equipment that we went over. Your headlamps, your tail lamps, brake lamps, turn signals, horn, all of that stuff that we went over in the West Virginia special purpose vehicle equipment requirements. You're going to have those same requirements in this case as well. And then basically you're just going to sign, entering that information is true. And then once you filled it out and submitted the fees, they will send you an email with your temporary registration and tag for your special purpose vehicle so that you'll be able to legally use your side-by-side or your ATV on the roads in West Virginia during your trip there for those 2 weeks. And lastly, those same limitations that applied to the special purpose vehicle for West Virginia residents will also apply to you for your temporary registration. So go check those out and make sure you follow those guidelines and rules, and you should be good to drive your vehicle on the road in West Virginia during your stay. So that basically concludes the special purpose vehicle section of this video. Now, let's go on to the Hatfield and McCoy trail system special considerations. If you're wanting to use your side-by-side just on the Hatfield and McCoy trail system, you do not need a special purpose vehicle registration. Hatfield-McCoy trail system, a lot of it, very much of it, have ATV friendly towns. And what I mean by that is you do not need your vehicle registered as a special purpose vehicle to drive it on the roads in those towns. You can drive your ATV or your side-by-side on those roads, provided that that is posted as an ATV friendly city. There's quite a few of them. I think this is a pretty much complete list right now, and the purpose of this is so that you can utilize the amenities in that town. You want to stay in that town, stay at one of the hotels, eat at the restaurants and stuff like that. They want you to be able to utilize those roads easily. And so basically, there's no requirements to utilize those roads other than just the general safety rules of the road type stuff. But please, please, please do not abuse that right to utilize those towns in the Hatfield and McCoy trail system, or else they may take that away. So, don't be riding through the streets loud and obnoxious with your speakers blaring and doing burnouts on the road and stuff like that, or else those rules could change. To use the Hatfield and McCoy trail system, you will need a Hatfield and McCoy trail access pass. And you can get those at gas stations and online in a bunch of different places. down in the Hatfield and McCoy Trail area. Also, Hatfield-McCoy Trail System has their own set of special rules to utilize that trail system. You have to be over the age of 6. Absolutely no one under the age of 6 is allowed. You have to wear a DOT or Snell approved helmet, and there's no alcohol allowed on the trails. Even if it's just in your cooler, that is a big no-no. As well as there's just some like general safety rules that you need to follow while on that trail system. I'll go ahead and link more information about the Hatfield and McCoy trail system down in the description of this video. So if you want to learn more about that, you can. This video is more dealing with the street legalness of the Hatfield and McCoy trail system area. So we're not really going to go into a bunch of details about the specifics of using those trails. They do have Forestry Service who does check and will monitor trail access heads and all throughout the trail system. So you want to make sure to follow all those rules to avoid getting fined. If you want us to make a video specific to the Hatfield and McCoy trail system rules and regulations, let us know. So that's it for today's video on how to street legal your side-by-side. Stay tuned, we have a lot more videos coming up, a lot of riding videos, installation videos, and videos like this one as well. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single one. Smash that like button if you found this helpful, and we will see you next time. Oh dang, I think I actually broke my Sawzall. Oh man. Oh well.